So there was a cop in Maryland. Let's go to the cop.
Yes.
There's a cop in Maryland who, you may have seen it. It's really trending on social media right now. He got caught in broad daylight with this lady, and it's like she's going. You can see in the video and in the pictures, she's going to his cop car in the back seat. They're in there for a certain amount of time, then they go out, and there's a couple times that the cameras have caught these guys, and the boat is rocking. He's on duty, and he's a person. He's a guy that he's with somebody. Okay, well, there's a relationship or married. That's up to you to find out. All right. So this particular video, this is a lady who's kind of explaining the afterfall, right? Because the fallout, because the lady that he's with responded. Okay, and then the lady that he's screwing in the backseat of the cop car responded to her. Okay, so I'm gonna play as much as I can, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna react to it.
Because y'all, this wouldn't be a story if it didn't get messier. So shout out to No Jumper because they posted that the wife of the Maryland cop that got caught with another woman speaks out. But y'all, that's not all. The mistress spoke out too. Okay, so the wife's name is Paula Marlette, seen right here with the red dreads. And the mistress happened to be Virginia Pinto, seen right here. Okay, so the wife said, "Thank you to everyone. And yes, this is a very difficult time for me and my kids. As embarrassing and painful as this is, please check in on us. We need the support and the love, most of all, the respect from the community and our families." She goes on to say, "Yes, I know what's been going on. And no, I am not updating anyone on the situation after today. Virginia's husband, the mistress, left her a long time ago because she cheated. So she and my husband decided to do this behind my back for years, honey." She goes on to say that, "I'm not seeking anyone else's input. I don't need anyone's opinion. My life is my life. I will make decisions accordingly. I love you all, except for you, Virginia." Because you can rot in child. Now, Virginia has something to say. She goes on to say, not that I owe anyone an explanation. This girl has been cheating on her husband for a while now herself. Y'all. She goes on to say, "I know everything. And everyone, look, this is life. And y'all know nothing." She goes on to say that, "I've done nothing wrong." You ain't done nothing wrong, girl. You cheating on your husband with a married. Come on. You ain't done nothing wrong. She goes on to say, "All I want to say is y'all have the whole info wrong. Paula Marlette isn't saying the whole story, which I understand, but please don't be mad at me because your husband wants me." This can't be real. This cannot be real. I'm going to get it here first. I swear. I'm going to be on it. I'm going to get on my Zoom.
She's very animated. But yes, so that's the gist of everything that's going on, right? So my first takeaway, I know we talked about it a little bit pre-show. I got a couple of takeaways. Number one, if you watch the actual IG picture, I tried to do the best I could with these pictures. There's a couple of pictures and videos online. This lady is thick, man. Yeah. Whatever you think about the face, you think about the face. But this is a thick lady, man. She would have got me too. Okay, that's the first takeaway. Second takeaway is, you're in broad daylight. You're a police officer. You gotta know better than this. I almost think you're an idiot. Looks like you may have did some time in the service too with this top right picture. Maybe you're a little bit more than a police officer, but you're just an idiot for this because you're in broad daylight. People are always watching police officers just to say, okay, I hope this guy stays over there and doesn't come over here. I got like a gram of weed on me or whatever. So, like, they're always watching police officers. You're never not watched, especially if you're in broad daylight in public areas. It's not like you're somewhere in the woods or something. Like, what are you doing?
Well, what is this area though?
It's a common area. Like if you watch the IG video, it's like
an apartment complex or a park.
So the first video I saw is like in a complex because she's going to her car. It looks like she's getting something out, and then she's quickly running back to his and getting in the back seat. The other one,
practice some safe sex.
She went to go grab a condom.
Yeah.
The other video, I can't really tell where they were at, but in the other video, it was like some kids playing. and the person, so it looks like, yeah, and the person is like, you can see the person is filming, you can't see the person who's filming it, but there's like kids running around him, so I'm thinking it's a playground or something. So you're like across the street from a public playground or whatever. Maybe you're on duty trying to, you maybe on duty watching the playground, making sure there are no,
sexual predators.
Yeah. And speaking of, you're not a predator, but you're doing sexual stuff. So I those are my quick first takeaways when I'm watching these videos here.
Yeah, no, she was thick for sure. I agree with that takeaway. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do agree. If you really think about it, there is an eye on police. When a cop car pulls anywhere, people are looking like, what's going on? Is this person going to, harass me? Are they going to pull me over? Like, what is going on? So, yeah, it's tough to think that people wouldn't be looking at you and wouldn't start recording if they thought anything interesting was happening. So, yeah, poor judgment for sure. Probably should have found a more sparsely populated area to undertake this action.
Ray commented and say he caught us just in time. He say it's too funny. It's like 2 more videos too that I haven't seen that I was talking about there. So yeah, I definitely have to find those.
What's the move here? Is it like the same video shooter, or are these multiple?
That'll be really interesting.
Coming out of the woodwork, like, hey, I got a video of that guy too.
I never thought of that. I think it's more interesting if it's one person. Like this one person who maybe caught the first time, and now his only sole duty or goal in
life is to follow the action.
Yeah, just following the action.
But what if this is like a turn on for the video guy?
Oh, that's
his thing, man. He's kind of into
it. He could be into it.
He enjoys cop porn.
Cop porn.
New category.
He's trying to create a new category in Pornhub.
Right, that's right.
Hey, you want some money? You got to get a new category, man.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of Shark Tank, man. They invest in people with new ideas.
This guy, man. So, we're worried about like one guy shooting President Kennedy. Now we got a conspiracy over how many guys we have shooting cop porn in the greater Maryland area.
Cop porn, man.
Why couldn't have this made it onto like Cops, the show?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just the act. Then we get like the whole soap opera behind it, which is just
we haven't even got to that.
I know. It's a whole part 2 on this thing.
With the women.
Yeah. I mean, when you first watch a video, your first thought is this. My first thought was this like some sort of like pulls this woman over and it turns into a weird, because I mean, I've read stories before where like, people will do stuff to get out of a ticket, or an officer might pressure somebody into doing something against their will. Like, you kind of what's going on with these videos. But then I guess the ladies cleared all that up for us. This is some good old fashioned cheating.
What do you think about what's really the point of the wife saying anything? Like other than maybe you want some attention for some reason. Well, like, and not being negative. I'm saying like, okay, she feels she was wrong, then maybe she was wrong. We don't know because the other lady's saying that she's cheating, so who knows who's wrong. Not speaking on that part. I'm just saying, what's the point of you coming out and saying anything? Releasing a statement? What?
Here's, I guess, the difficulty. Like, if this was simply something that happened in the community, I don't see it. It's a grandstanding move to post it. But this thing has gone viral. Like, there's people across the country now, whether you know him or not know him, like, that's your guy and this is what he's doing. It's kind of like, at some level, I almost feel that there's some need to address it.
Okay.
Like, to not, the manner in which she chose to do it, the words that she used, we could quibble with that. But I do see an area where this is like gone across the country and I'm the other person here. Do I want to just like be the silent person? And who knows? I mean, there could be people like knocking on the door saying, can we get a statement? Like, who knows?
Who knows?
Well, like,
yeah.
Locally, but maybe it was her attempt to like kind of get in front of this and say, hey, here's what it is, and get your side out. And I can understand that on some level.
Okay. That,
suddenly I'm involved in something that's nationwide and it's a runaway freight train. I do want to be heard on that.
Now that's fair. Now, when at the end, she kind of not attacks the other lady, but like, I don't care if she dies or whatever she said.
All up to everybody except
her.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so now that invokes the other lady to respond. She feels the need, you diss me, I need to come out and say something now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And now, and also, the whole world may be against me. I'm known as the lady who ruined an household or whatever, right? So, okay, so maybe she, is in the right to respond. But at the same time, it's like, hey, you're talking about, he really wants me over you, and this, but he's screwing you in the back seat of a truck in broad daylight, like.
If he really wants,
if he really wants, he's gonna use his vacation time. He's gonna lie and say he has training in Memphis. He has shooting cop training. Like, I don't need to shoot black people anymore. That's the training we have, and I'm gonna be gone for a week or two, and then he'll take you there. Like, these are the things people would do. Not I don't know.
No. Well, what I would say is, like, and this is where we were saying, like, you can argue about the way that the wife, like, the words she used to do what she did.
Yeah.
Like, clearly she takes, like, that last little dig at the very end. To be perfectly honest with you, my opinion, like, if you're doing this to get your side of this out because you feel it's just run away and you need to be heard, like, leave the last sentence out. If you keep it, like, quiet and professional in a way, state your case, you're disappointed, you want privacy, etc., leave it at that, you kind of win the respect game. You look like the victim here, which, I mean, in some of them, I'm sure you might be. But then when you throw that extra little dig, to me, it was probably irresistible to her. Like, it just, she couldn't avoid doing it.
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah, low hanging fruit. And then the other girl responds, and, like, her entire response is, like, unnecessary and stupid. I mean, her entire response is something that you see on a dumb person's Facebook page. Like, just trying to have a go at somebody and say stuff that just never needs to see the light of day. Like, who wants who or whatever.
Right.
It is what it is. I mean, the reality, if your relationship, any of these relationships, the cop and his wife, that one's too far gone if he's nailing a chick in the squad car. And then if you're getting nailed in a squad car, you're not really on the varsity. And, you need to come to grips with that too.
That's it. I think that does it for this.
We could counsel these people, I think.
I think so.
Just kind of, hey, you're not what you think this is.
I think so.
But you felt strongly before the show that this guy should be fired.
Yeah, he needs to be let
That's
go.
a whole nother category.
Just on ignorance alone. Stupidity.
This is not the sort of level of brilliance we want from our law enforcement officers.
Not at all, man.
Yeah.
It's just a lack of judgment. And if you lack in judgment here, I mean, who knows what other lack of judgment you know?
I would like, bringing to the point that you said, I would love to see his disciplinary record, like from HR. Like, seriously,
yeah.
Like, is this like a problematic cop? Or, I mean, there's another spin on this, that he's kind of into this girl, and this is the time that they have to do their thing, and other than that, he's, he does the job well of being a cop. It's at least a possibility.
Yeah, it is.
But I would be curious to see if he's, like, had a number of sort of abuse of authority types of occurrences in his career, and done that just for my own edification.
I don't know.
A good story, good sloppy triangle of smut.
Yeah. And again, I know these people, if you look at the picture, and a lot of women, I've already seen it. I've seen it in the comments. They're comparing the picture of the wife to the other lady, and like, oh, why did he have to do that? The wife looks way better than the other lady. The other lady, she got a lot of ass, man. That's not a fair picture to picture, and they did her a disservice there, and that's the one thing I'll give her there. They did a disservice. There's a lot more to this lady than that face picture that they have compared to the wife, and the wife has this beautiful filter. I'm sure she probably is beautiful, but and her hair is done, and the other lady, her hair is not done. It looks like she's just out of work or something. They just found any picture. It looked like a mug shot. You guys could have did her a little bit better, okay? But I
But
understand.
that's what they do in these things,
I
man.
understand-
There's
I understand.
always an agenda to make it look a certain way.
That's like, yeah. We can put a pin in that. All right.